This is Mr. Martin. This is example number 2 for Pre-Calculus Advanced, the ellipse notes. So for example 2, we want to sketch the ellipse given by 16x squared plus 4y squared equals 16. So we've got this in general form. And what we're going to want to do is put it into standard form. And if you remember, our standard forms all equal 1. So let's take a look at what happens if we divide everything by 16. So we have 16x squared divided by 16 plus 4y squared divided by 16 and then 16 divided by 16. That's going to give us 1 on the right. Now this is a little bit of a unique example because we're centered at the origin. So our values of h and k are going to be 0. So what we end up here is x squared, let's put that over 1. 16 divided by 16 is 1. We want a denominator on these. And then plus 4/16 is going to reduce to 1/4. So that's y squared over 4 is equal to 1. So if you remember, a is always larger. So we know that a squared here is going to be 4, which means that a is going to be 2. And b squared is going to be 1, which means that b is going to be 1 as well. Okay? And since the a squared is with y, this tells us that we're going to have a vertical ellipse. Okay, so again, h and k are 0. We could rewrite these as x minus 0 squared and y minus 0 squared, but we don't really have to. So I know that my center is at 0, 0, and a is 2, and since it's vertical, I'm going to go up 2. I'm just going to make each of these large distances 1, so that's going to be 2 up there. And then this will be -1 and -2, so that's going to be -2 that way. And then we're going to go b in the other direction. So 1 to the right and 1 to the left. And we can just sketch in our ellipse. Be careful around the end so it's not too pointy. And there's the sketch. So once we have a and b, if we wanted to, we could find our vertices up at the top. So vertices, that would be at 0, 2 and 0, -2. And we could find our covertices. That's using our value of b, so that's to the right 1, so that's 1, 0. And to the left 1, that's -1, 0. And then in order to find our foci, we'd have to find the value of c, and we know that c squared is a squared minus b squared for an ellipse, so that's going to be 2 squared minus 1 squared, which is 3, so c is going to be the square root of 3. So that means I'm going to go up square root of 3 and down square root of 3, so foci, since my center is at 0, 0, I'm going to go 0, and then I'm going to go up square root of 3, and then I'll be at 0 for the x, and I'm going to go down, so that's negative square root of 3. So this stuff's extra. Really all we had to do was sketch a graph, identify center and vertices, and we identified the foci as well. So again, if you have any questions or if you need to rewatch that, if you missed anything, feel free, and we'll see you next time.